Hello, I'm Elodie Marion, the daughter of the Champagne house Champagne Marion Bosser. So I was born in Paris. I start my studies by medicine, and quickly I changed my way. So I moved in Burgundy to make studies of enology, and I worked during 7 years in Burgundy, so in Volnay at Henri Boyau, and after in Chablis at Jean-Marc Brocard. In 2008, I decided to join my mother in Champagne, in Auvillers. So Auvillers, it's our village. My mother was born in Auvillers, and we have our own vineyards in Auvillers. It's the cradle of Champagne because it's the village of Dom Pérignon, the monk who discovered the Champagne process. All the village are in Premier Cru, so it's a best level for Champagne with Grand Cru, because we have a classification in Champagne for the different cru. And the story, the particularity of our house, it was only women who make the champagne. So we have the vineyard since 5 generations in the family. And it was my grandmother 2 centuries ago who starts the business. So at the beginning the name was different, Bosser du Targ, because in Champagne you add 2 family names, usually the husband and the wife name. So during the Second World War, my grandmother must left to Paris, so she put her vineyard in rent at another wine grower, and my mother restarts the company in 1994 with her name, so Marion Bosser. So Marion, it's my father name, and Bosser, it's the middle name of my mother.
Do you taste the wine, or do you have somebody else who does the tasting of the champagne?
I taste the wine every Thursday because we have a commission group to taste and to decide the dosage and the time of aging on the lees. We have 4 different cuvées, only 4. So the first one, it's an extra brut Blanc de Blanc. So the extra brut Blanc de Blanc, extra brut because low dosage, only 5 grams per liter of sugar, and Blanc de Blanc because only 100% of Chardonnay inside. This one is aging during 3 years on the lees, and we add around 20% of reserve wine. Reserve wine. Because it's a non-vintage. We have 3 non-vintage and 1 vintage 06 at this time. The second one, it's a brut, it's our main cuvée. It's a brut tradition Premier Cru. It's a blend of 60% of Chardonnay and 40% of Pinot Noir, aging during 3 years on the lees. And after we have the rosé. So it's a blend rosé because to obtain the color, we blend white and red wine, still wine, in fact. So 55% of Chardonnay and the rest in Pinot Noir, but inside there is around between 10 and 15% of Pinot Noir vinified in red wine, and we blend both. So it's a brut too, like the second one. So inside there is 9.5 grams per liter of sugar. And the special cuvée, the millésime 2006. So it's 50-50 Chardonnay Pinot Noir. And the particularity and aging during a long time, because aging during 5 or 6 years minimum on the lees. Champagne, we have different dosage. So extra brut, brut, or demi-sec. The difference between the 3, it's just after the disgorgement, so a step of the champagne process. When we open the bottle after aging, we add a little quantity of sugar plus yeast. And this quantity of sugar, if we put under 6 grams per liter of sugar, it's an extra brut. So it's really, really dry, in fact. After, if we put more than 6 sugar, between 6 and 18 grams per liter, it's a brut, so it's sweeter than the first one. And if we put, for example, 40 grams per liter of sugar, it's a demi-sec, so it's really, really sweet.
Is it a hard business? Is it difficult?
Alors, it's difficult in the vineyards because it's really, in Champagne we are obliged to make all steps and all works in the vineyards by hand. So it's really physical works. So sometimes for women it's difficult, and you work outside. So you work under the snow, under the rain, during pruning, for example, and during summer, the weather are really warm. So and there is no widow, and so it's difficult for that. And it's, I think, the world of the Champagne, it's mostly a men world. So when we are women, you are obliged to be superior and the best to have credibility for the other.
How do you uncork a champagne?
All right. So to uncork a champagne, we start to open, of course, the bottle. And the most important for a bottle of champagne, it's to keep the wire, because like that you have more grip to open and to turn the cork. Because if you don't keep the wire, it's more difficult. And in Champagne, when you open a bottle, it's important to don't make noise when you open. It's not. It's just like that. It's not a pop, a big pop. So we try in first one the extra brut, because when we make a tasting, we start always by the low dosage. So you serve only a little quantity, and you can see the fine bubbles and the beautiful color of the wine. So this one, the first one, it's an extra brut blanc de blanc, premier cru. So extra brut, low dosage, blanc de blanc, only Chardonnay.
Is there a proper way when you're tasting champagne to taste it? Do you smell it? Do you swirl it like you would regular wine?
For champagne, it's like a regular wine. So at the beginning, when you serve it, you look at the color, and after, before to turn the glass, you smell it, and you find the first aromas. And when you smell the first time, after that you can turn to oxygen the wine and you re-smell. And only after that you can taste it. Now the second one, the Brut Tradition Premier Cru. So the same process. We keep the wire.
Yeah, it's interesting about the wire because I always take the wire off. Now I know. And you're listening for
just a pshit.
What does it mean when you open a bottle and it comes pouring out?
It's for the folklore and if we make a party, sometimes people like to do jump the cork. So the second one, the brut, tradition. A blend of Chardonnay and Pinot Noir.
It looks
And-
almost like the first one.
Yeah, alors if you compare the color, the second one are more deep because there is Pinot Noir inside, and Pinot Noir it's red grapes, so the juice are more deep. So now the rosé. And you see the gas.
So basically, you start with the lightest and you keep going darker as far as tasting.
Alors for tasting, it's not the color who prime, it's the dosage. It's the quantity of sugar. It's better to start by the drier, and after the drier and the younger. Mostly we do like that. And the rosé, it's sweeter than the other, so it's better for your length to take this way. And the rosé, it's really a salmon color, and when you see the color, you say, wow, it's really fresh, and with a weather like today, I think it's a good choice to drink rosé. And now the last one, so the millésime, the great and famous cuvée with the gold leaves.
So basically, you're listening for a little pop, not something that's
Yes.
overwhelming.
So this one, the first thing that you see when you serve it, it's the gold color, because it's really old wine, and aging during 5 or 6 years minimum, and it's really a long time because the law obliged us to keep the millésime during 3 years, but for us we keep during 5 or 6 years. So the time of aging is longer than the other.
What advice would you give to women who want to get into the business?
When I start, so in 2000, we are only a few women to work in the enology studies, and now you find more and more women Women are more rigorous than men, and we are elegant, and we are women. So I think the wine, it's a good wedding with wine and women. It's a good wedding, I think.